there, Darren. Good afternoon, everyone. Under the authority granted to me by the Province of Ontario and the Sault College Board of Governors, I hereby declare this convocation to be open for the awarding of degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Please be seated.
Please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem with soloist Stephen Gagne-Rochaud.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command, car ton bras se porte l'épée, il se porte la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Stephen. You may be seated. My name is Colin Kirkwood. I am the Vice President, Academic and Research here at Sault College. On behalf of everyone at the college, I welcome each of you to this convocation ceremony. Thank you for joining us today. We will be hearing from a few speakers with messages to share with you as you graduate. We will then present diplomas and certificates to each of you, our most recent graduates. We send appreciation to all staff and volunteers who helped make today possible. Very well done, and thank you. We'd like to once again extend our thanks to Andrew Jull, the Lone Piper. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the Platform Party. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Peter Berengeri, Sault College Board of Governors. Teresa Mudge, Sault College Board of Governors. Bob Wilding, Sault College Board of Governors. Lou Buffon, Sault College Board of Governors. Ted Recollet, Elder in Residence. Jennifer Renison, Registrar. Mike McFarling, Retiree Representative. David Orizzetti, Dean, School of Aviation, Trades, Technology, Natural Resources, and Business. Janice Beattie, Vice President, Corporate and Student Services. Lynn Gagne, Chair, Sault College Board of Governors. Dr. Ron Common, President. Darren Madabi, Keynote Speaker. Marilyn King, Dean, Health and Community Services. Martha Irwin, Chair, Community Services. Jonathan Nolan, SCSU Native Council Student President. Tiffany Jo Agani, SCSU President. Thank you. You may be seated. I would ask our faculty seated in the floor area to stand and be acknowledged by their graduates, families, and friends. I would like to thank the faculty for their hard work and dedication over the past year. Your efforts have made today's celebration possible and certainly will contribute to the success of our graduates. Thank you. Our first speaker today is Dr. Ron Common, President of Sault College. He holds a PhD in Educational Administration and over the past 10 years has helped our college expand and succeed like never before. His achievements include growing the enrollment of Sault College and securing funding for many of the recent building projects, including IE3, the Institute of Environment, Education and Entrepreneurship, the Franklin Prowse Waterfront and Tennis Center, the Early Childhood Education Centre. In 2014, he received the Order of Ontario for his outstanding contribution to education. Dr. Common?
Good afternoon. Ani, as Sault College recently signed a National Indigenous Education Protocol with the Indigenous communities, and we're on the traditional territories and lands of the Anishinaabe Nation and the Robinson-Huron Treaty Territory, we wish to recognize the Anishinaabe people and the Métis. Graduates, guests, family, and friends, as president of Sault College, I'd like to welcome you to today's celebration of Convocation 2017. This is a wonderful opportunity to acknowledge your achievements as a graduating class, and it's the best day of the year to be president of Sault College. As educators, we love to see our students succeed. Thank you to all of you who have come today. It's a pleasure to welcome you. Some of you have traveled from out of town and out of province to join in this important and joyous celebration. At Sault College, we pride ourselves on providing a personal touch. So you'll see informality today. And if your young children act up, don't worry, we see them as the sweet sound of future students. In trying to make convocations personal, we've scheduled 4 graduation ceremonies so that each graduate gets the recognition they deserve. So graduates, take your time when you walk across the stage. Enjoy your moment. I was reminded this morning, a few years ago in this very building, one of the graduates was very quickly walking across the stage, and his father had a camera trying to capture the picture, and he muttered out loud, "Take your time, it only cost $25,000. So graduates, your parents, your partners, your friends, applaud them for the support they've given you over the years. Graduates? Graduates, this is a special convocation. This is an auspicious convocation. It's Canada 150, and you are also graduating in the 50th year of college education in Ontario. This is our anniversary year, and it's a time to look back, look at the present, and look to the future. 50 years ago, Sault College started. It actually started in the fall of 1965 when it opened its doors as the Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario Vocational Centre with a student population of 400. Some programs in the first year included civil engineering technician, business, welding, secretarial. None of the programs you're graduating from today existed then. Then the OVCs evolved into Ontario's Community College in 1967. The Ontario government established a system of colleges, applied arts, and technology, more often known as community colleges. Sault College has grown tremendously over the last 50 years, adding programs in our esteemed institution. Now, 50 years is not such a long time, especially when you consider I started teaching 49 years ago. In my first year of teaching, we had no computers. We didn't have photocopiers. And when teachers wanted multiple copies of tests or materials, we typed them onto a Spirit master sheet, inserted in a manual duplicator, and cranked out the number of copies you wanted. When you then gave them to the students immediately held them to their faces and smelt the chemicals. And they were strong chemicals. For some of you, this might explain some of your grandparents' and parents' eccentric behavior. Incidentally, I took a number of these manual duplicators to Africa a few years ago, and they were still put to great use by teachers and schools without electricity. But I want you to realize in that description, I typed on a manual typewriter in 1969. This technology was relatively unchanged since it was created in the 1820s. Think about that. It was the same machine for 150 years. Now look at how fast things are changing since the late 20th century. The pace of change is dramatically accelerating. Thomas Friedman points out 15 years ago, Facebook didn't exist. Twitter was still a sound. Clouds were in the sky. 4G was my parking space. And applications were what you sent to college. Many of you know about Moore's Law, which states the computational processing power will double every year or every 2 years. This pattern has held for the last 50 years. When you keep doubling something for 50 years, you get some big numbers or big capacity. This is why we're seeing capabilities we've never seen before. Self-driving cars, robotics, unmanned flight vehicles, artificial intelligence is giving us computers that can think on their own. It's hard to predict what the future holds in this fast-changing world, but I hope we're going to be better at it than even techno-gurus. Be as faster than the rate of change in technology, but I would contend this is impossible. Then the answer is to be innovative in everything other than technology. We have to figure out what we can do better than machines or better with machines, and at the college we need to train people and educate people for these roles. We need to continue to develop imagination, innovativeness, creativity, adaptability, empathy, communication skills. These are the soft skills that will be the assets in the future. And many of the people in here are going to be working in jobs that are people jobs, and they cannot be automated because of those required skills. I'm confident we're preparing you so you can thrive in an age of accelerating change and meet the challenges of the next 50 years go ahead. There are some people suggesting the majority of jobs in 15 years will be jobs that have not been invented. New programs to prepare people for the new jobs that will be developed. We'll be here to welcome you back as we embark together on fulfilling the needs of the workplace of the future. Now, 50 years ago, we had virtually no Aboriginal students attending Sault College. I'm proud to say that currently 20% of our student population are Indigenous. And I was just looking through the calendar here, and at least 40 of our graduates this afternoon are Aboriginal. In fact, last month, Sault College received the 2017 National Gold Medal Award for Indigenous Excellence for our Aboriginal programs and services from our national body, College and Institutes Canada, and we're very proud of that. In addition to Indigenous education, Sault College is developing an international reputation. We're involved in Tanzania and many such countries. There's only free primary education. After that, a minority of the population can continue, and often only the wealthier families can afford to get a post-secondary education. In some of those countries, with child labor, children can only dream about going to this thing called a school. In many countries, there's a sharp drop-off in enrollment in the secondary level for women, and it's worse in post-secondary education. In many countries in this world, girls and women are disenfranchised from getting an education. By comparison, 50 years ago, Sault College also had a gender gap, with significantly fewer females than males attending the college. Now we have achieved equity, with 50.5% of our graduates are female, 49.5% are male students. So I commend you on taking advantage of the post-secondary opportunity provided to you. Please don't take it for granted in the future, and at appropriate time, after you've gained work experience, I'd encourage you to pay back by reaching out to others through taking on apprentices, helping students with practicums, or mentoring others, whatever is appropriate in your field. In conclusion, at the risk of what is not possible, just do what needs to be done. Finally, in closing, let me say congratulations to you all. May your future be filled with great things for the next 50 years.
Thank you, Dr. Common. It is my pleasure to welcome to the podium our next speaker, Lynn Gagne, Chair of the Sault College's Board of Governors, a volunteer and leader in our organization. Ms. Gagne?
members of the Platform Party, faculty, staff, guests, and graduates. On behalf of the Sault College Board of Governors, I am honored to extend congratulations to you, the Sault College graduating class of 2017. Someone said that a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. And today's convocation is a testament of the many steps you've taken to reach this milestone. Today is all about you. It's an important day set aside to award diplomas to you, deserving graduates. It's a celebration of your achievements at which talent, hard work, and distinction are acknowledged and rewarded. You might remember thinking back on your first day here at Sault College. Some of you may be nervous, excited, anticipation, and look at you now. Your hard work has paid off. You have earned this moment. The bumps in the roads are behind you. You're stronger, more confident, and you did it while juggling school, work, family life, community work, and hopefully you had a little bit of fun in between as well. With the post-secondary education that you received from Sault College, your future is paved with endless possibilities. And your success, a place where you mattered, a second home. At Sault College, we make it a priority to transform lives through empowering those who study with us to think and learn in progressive and innovative ways. We want to make a difference in the lives of our students. Know that you also made a difference in all of ours. And that gives our work great meaning and energizes us to build on our successes. Graduates, I am confident that what you have learned and experienced here at Sault College will pave the way to success. Follow what you're passionate about and let that be your guide. And wherever your journey may take you, do keep in touch with us. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Gagnon. I would now like to welcome our keynote speaker, Darren Madabi. Darren is a mental health community worker for the On Deck Omni Canning First Nation Center. Darren is a graduate of the Sault College Social Service Worker Native Specialization Program. Apart from his career, Darren manages the operations of the Youth Center as its recreation coordinator. Darren was recently elected to the executive of the Ontario College of Social Workers and Social Service Workers as its first ever Anishinaabe member. Please welcome Darren Madabi.
Hello, Ani Bonjour. I'm from Manitoulin Island, small little Indian reservation, formerly known as Sucker Creek. Now it's called On Deck Onakonig. One of the toughest decisions that I ever made was to go to college. And the reason why that decision was so difficult at the time was because my mother was dying of stage 4 cancer. And she really, really kind of made me go here. So I honored her wishes, even though at the time it was against my will because there was very little time left to be spent with her, and she was 4 hours away. But she insisted that I come here and I start this and I stick it out. So I did that. And that was one of the most difficult decisions that I've ever made in my entire life. And it was actually one of the very best decisions that I've ever made in my entire life. I come from a really, really rough background. People who do know me, they cannot believe that I'm here where I am today. And a lot of that is from the teachings and the classes that I got here at Sault College. Amazing professors, amazing support. It was the best decision that I could make in my life at that time. I don't really want to take up too much of your time. It's Friday and stuff. I'm going to share one little story with you. Okay, when I was young, I saw a drunk passed out on the street. He could have been anyone, anywhere. I was with an elder. That elder put $10 in that. So by giving this man, you do not know $10, I have fed your preconceived notions. You are my escort for a reason, and here is the lesson for you. Now, this is a good one. I know this man, and he has had a very, very rough life. He lost his family. He lost everything that he held dear. He probably drinks and does drugs to forget his pain. I gave him the $10 in the hope that when he awakens, he will grab a hot meal, and perhaps someone like you will meet him and buy him a coffee, and perhaps, if you are lucky enough, he will share his story. Later that day, I ran into this man, and hearing the elder's words, I did buy him a coffee. And we sat and talked. He talked about finding $10 in his pocket that morning as he prayed to the Creator for a sign to get healthy, and he wished for some food when he awoke. I was shocked at how much a simple act of kindness by my elder had unimagined consequences to such a foolish man as me, and the person that had received the $10. I shared with him some contact numbers to get help and said it was nice to meet him and wished him well on his journey. A few months later, I again saw this man when he came to renovate my friend's house. As I watched him work, I saw the pride that he took in his work, and I asked him why. He answered that to work with his hands is a reflection of his character, and so he tries to do the best job that he can. He told me of how one simple act a few months before helped him turn his life around. After he was done, we smudged, and I thought as the smoke rose to the sky, I learned a valuable lesson not to judge a man.
Again, to all of our speakers. And now, for the presentation of Lear pipes, certificates, and diplomas. To my left is where graduates will be approaching the stage to receive their certificates and diplomas. Family and friends who wish to do so may move to the photograph area to the left of the stage. That's your left, not my left. When you see your graduate rise to get in line, please make your way to the photograph area via the rear of the gymnasium. I would request that all assembly hold their applause until each program from the School of Health and Community Services has been called. I ask that the members of the platform party responsible for this part of the ceremony please approach the front of the stage, and that students prepare to line up as directed by the marshals. Graduates and guests, presenting the Lear pipes to the graduates are Marilyn King, Dean, and Martha Irwin, Chair of Community Services. Presenting the certificates and diplomas is Dr. Ron Common, President of Sault College.
The following students have completed the Child and Youth Worker program. Teddy Joy Allenson. Crystal K. Hawking. Holly Amber Hunter. Rayanne Mary McDougall. Macbeth Tapiwa Madziba. Lori Ann Nelson, honors. Julia Ann Romano. Amanda Dawn Secret. Please join me in congratulating the last graduates of the Child and Youth Worker program.
The following graduates have completed studies in the Community Integration through Cooperative Education program. Sean Charles Bell. Honors. Jasmine Marie Doe. Tori Dubell. Honors. Jason Eels. Candace Ray Lynn Pierce. Ariel Marie Rochon.
The following graduates have completed study in the Early Childhood Education program. Lonnie Olivia Busno. Crystalyn Devel. Taylor Kinnunen. Carson Kenneth Lambert. Renee Milne. Elizabeth Ross. It is my very great pleasure to present the Early Childhood Education graduating class of 2017.
The following graduates have completed study in the Social Service Worker Program: David Michael Anderson, Peter Michael Carty, Danica Dawn Gregory Boyer, Clifford Harris, I need that. Shania Marie Kilpatrick, Rebecca Muriel Lay, honors. Paige Mann, Johanna Lauren Misner, Megan Morrow, Amanda Lynn Nelson, Macy Polero, distinction. Tanya Lee Parker, honors. Alexandra Riley Patro. Honors. Sorry, Alexandra. Jamie Ann Petty, distinction. Renee Lynn Petrie, distinction. Stephanie Lynn Polichicho. Martina Elizabeth Pulente, honors. Honors. Okay. Samantha Pulente. Kayla Kathleen Santoro, distinction. Robin Scott. Mackenzie Senecal. Melinda Valley, honors. Please join me in congratulating the 2017 graduates of the Social Service Worker Program.
The following graduates have completed study in the Social Service Worker Native Specialization Program. Stephen Joseph Bolton, honors. Benjamin Daniel Kale. Wendy Ruth Dubois. Miles Linklater. Heidi McLeod, honors. Louis Nephew. Shiloh Storm Waboose. Congratulations to the graduating class of the Social Service Worker Native Specialization Program.
The following graduates completed studies in the Culinary Management Program. Frances Mary Brown. Jessica Nuchdai, honors. The following graduate completed studies in the Hospitality Management, Hotel and Resort Operations Program. Lucas McLeod. Congratulations to the graduates of the Culinary and Hospitality programs.
The following graduate completed study in the General Arts and Science Environmental Health Program. Janelle Bell, honors. The following graduates completed study in the General Arts and Science one-year certificate. Sherry Marie Butler. Hira Sheikh. Andrew David Torrance, distinction. Andrew is also a graduate of the Electrical Engineering Technician Process Automation Program and the Instrumentation and Control Engineering Technician Program. Join me in congratulating the graduates of the General Arts and Science programs.
Following graduates have completed studies in the Police Foundation program. Thomas Ellis Brown. Chelsea Dawn Duchemin. Gage Ronald David Erb. Jacob Alexander Ficuccello. Alex James Franzi. Macy Gowan. We like to call her Marcy. She dared me. Kevin Aaron Halford. Terrence James LaRocque. Patricia June Papineau. Joshua Patrick Sawyer. Kyle Nicholas Shellhorn, honors. Carly Marie Spry. Megan Marie Tassone. Caitlin Riley Trotter, distinction. Talon Elise Vince, honors. Nathan George David Woods. Following graduates have completed studies in the Protection, Security, and Investigations program. Stacy Kane, honors. Jean-Marc Cote. Michael Raheem Hetborn Fletcher. Bradley William Manson. Anthony Joseph Angelo Roca. Taylor Joy Springbett, honors. Jason Lee Winchester, honors. Please join with me in congratulating the Justice Studies graduates of 2017.
Well done, everyone. Please join me in saluting the graduating class of 2017 from the School of Health and Community Services. Before we hear from the White Thunder Women, the Bajuan Singers, and Bawading Community Jingle Dress Dancers, who will send the graduates on their way, I would like to invite you all to join together with your classmates, family, and professors after the ceremony in the Common Link just outside the gymnasium. We would like to express our thanks to the Sault College culinary and hospitality students for preparing and serving refreshments. I would now like to introduce the White Thunder Women Drum Group. Thank you for your contribution to this ceremony. Chi Miigwech, please stand.
Miigwech, White Thunder women, I am now declare this convocation to be closed. Would you please remain in your seats until the platform party leaves? Thank you.